Good. We'll see if we make this work. Anyway, I was welcoming you to the Flute, the ATSSB Flute presentation. And we're going to get started first with some general practice tips. And number one is your sound. And remember that everything that you do, every technical piece, every lyrical piece, your sound is really, really important. So one of the first things I always start working on with a student is breathing. We're going to talk quite a bit about breathing in the limited amount of time we have. I've got my watch here, so hopefully I can stay on track. Work on breathing exercises and work on getting a resonant sound on every note at all dynamic levels. Mark your breathing spots. I'm going to give you some good breathing spots today. I hope you brought some music, although I'm projecting it up there if you did not. Some of these I'm not going to go over because they're right here, but the clinician before me was referring to how slowly you need to practice things. And your fast etudes, yes, you want to get them faster and faster to be more and more competitive, but you must practice these things more slowly, more often slowly than you do quickly. And when you do start increasing the speed, remember to keep all of the qualities that you want there. Good sound, good pitch. Maintain all those qualities as you increase the speed. Warming up on harmonics is very, very helpful. And some of you may not know what harmonics are. Do you know what your harmonics are on the flute? When I say warm up on harmonics, would you like me to demonstrate those? Okay. Well, if you go for your lowest fingerings, so most of you will have a low, well, all of you should have a low C. Some of you will have a low B. But if you start out on a low C, any of those low notes, C, B, C sharp, D, you can work on the harmonics going up. So I'll start on low C, and that's the only fingering I'm going to use. You can go all the way up. Actually, keep on going even into what becomes less and less possible. But you can also do some pitch matching. So let's say I'm going to use regular C fingering up here. So I'm going to go back and forth. The G. And then just figure out some little songs that you can play. But that will help you with lip flexibility. One of the most important things that you can do. Then keep warming up on tone studies, vibrato exercises, articulation studies, scales. And in your ATSSB scale set, D flat is one of those scales that you're supposed to be working on. And the second etude this year, the fast one, is in B flat minor. So if you work on your D flat major, that will actually help you with that one, because D flat minor is relative to that. I'll explain a little bit more when we get to that one. So hopefully these two etudes won't be the only thing you're working on for the next few months, right? You're going to have a whole lot of things that you're working on, not just these two etudes. All right, so let's look at the first one. This is the Bach. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. What I've done for you is marked in red where I think your big breaths should be. And by big breath, I don't mean that's where you lift your shoulders and everything. That means that breath goes way down into your lungs as far as you can get it. Then I would suggest that you take the breaths that are also marked in the music. Some of these will be the same. And I have also put some additional breaths in there in parentheses. very strict about your eighth note. And I play this at a quarter note equals 60, thereabout. And I get most of my information from Betty Bang Mather, who has done extensive research on this piece. This is actually from the partita in A minor. And, there's been a lot of controversy about whether that was written for violin or whether it was written for flute. According to her research, she really is convinced that this was written for flute. And all of these movements, there are 4 movements, and they all are derived from dances. It's very, very interesting if you go back and read some of her research. She says that it should be around 60. And so when you first start working on it, keep the 8th note at 120. Keep it very strict. But then you're going to free yourself up. And this piece should not be metronomic. And see if you can listen for some of that. So notice some of my